Hello and welcome to Mastering Microsoft Excel video series. First of all, I wish you all a very happy and prosperous new year before we go ahead with the video. And I wish you a great learning in this year as well. And the last year was really amazing inputs we have shared in this channel. And I thank you so much for the wonderful support which you have given to me, which was really a motivation for me. I'm going to keep continuing with this journey from your extended support. So what are we going to see in this particular video is how do you use the IFERROR more smartly? Many of you would have been using the IFERROR. We also have covered one of the video in our channel where we have used IFERROR in the VLOOKUP to replace the errors in the formula. But I'm going to show you in this video how best you can use this guy in a different way, in a smartest way. Without much ado, let's get into the video and let's start exploring about this option. So this is the Excel file we're going to use for this video. First, let me explain you what this file is all about and what's the context here so that we will be able to connect what are we talking about. So the first sheet and the second sheet is containing the prices of the spare parts which I'm selling in the market. The first sheet is containing the older prices. The second sheet is containing the revised prices of the spare parts. Now, in the last sheet, I have the part numbers only, but I don't have the prices of it. Okay, I want to consider only the revised prices of these part numbers. So let's take that's the first scenario. So if that's the case, how do we go about it? For the convenience purpose, what I've done is I've converted these guys into table formats and I've given the name for these tables. The older price table, I've named it as older. The revised price sheet table, I've named it as revised. And I'm going to go ahead and use this in my formula writing equal to VLOOKUP. I want to search this part number in the revised list. So revised is a table name which is given for the data which I have it in the revised price sheet, comma, second column, because ideally in both the tables I have the prices of the spare parts in the second column, comma, I'm not searching for the range lookup, I'm searching for the exact match of the part number. So I'm going for the choice false. As you can see, I'm getting the answer only for few and not for the rest. When I don't get the answer, it's quite obvious that these part number prices are not revised, only these are revised. The way we would be handling the errors were in the earlier video, we could use the if error and we can go to the end and we can say price not revised. So when I hit enter, that's what I want to see for the rest. So this is the scenario number one. So where we are seeing the basic use of the if error. So which is simply replacing the error. But what's the smartest way of using the if error? Let me show you here. Now what I want to do, a small change here is, instead of just replacing the error, I'm trying to do something strange here. So if you watch my formula right now, what I'm saying is, hey, first you go and search in the revised price list. If you do not find that part number, obviously you're gonna give me an error. The moment the #n/a error pops up, if error becomes active and it'll see what am I giving in its replacement part. Last time I was just using a simple text to replace the error, but this time instead of just replacing with a simple text, I'm using a formula which is again a VLOOKUP, but that VLOOKUP will go and search the same part number in the older price list. So the flow here is search in the revised price list. If you do not get it, why don't you go and take the older price itself? And that's what is happening here. When I go ahead and double click, now I got my price. So what this formula does for me is always considers the revised price list. If the spare part price is not revised, it's going to take it from the older price. Now there is chances that, let's say for example, I'm voluntarily changing this part number to show you that if the part number is not available in either of the table, obviously it's going to give you the error. To handle that error, you definitely need to have one more if error. Remember, this if error what you wrote is basically to take care of the first VLOOKUP error. The second VLOOKUP will also give you error if it's not able to find it in the older list. So to handle that error, I can involve one more if error. I go to the end of the second VLOOKUP and I can say not found in both. And I can close the bracket for the second if error. Now if you see it, it's going to give me something like this. So this idea you can further expand to search in the third table. Sometimes you can search in the budget. If it's not available, you can search in the actual. Search in the current month, else you take it from the last month. That's the idea which you can expand further and further for when you want to search either this or that logic. Okay, so here also we are handling the dynamicity in the searching area, the table array. Indirect was one of the approach which we got to handle for multiple, but this is one approach when you want to take it from either this table, if not that table. So when your requirement falls like that, the smart usage of IFERROR will help you to get that done for you. So I hope the first input for the year was interesting and useful for you. We'll meet again with another interesting input. Until then, take care of yourself. Signing off, Hariharan.